hope to prove that the keyword which I put as a query into a search engine such as Google search engine, I want to prove that those keywords that I query are in fact a virtual currency. Putting a query into a search engine, or as we say, querying a search engine, is similar to what happens when one votes on a social voting platform such as Digg, which organizes social news. I enter my query, which is measured against the index of the web made by Google, and it brings back relevant material, which is valuable to me. So I'm giving a keyword, a query, for something of great value to me. So it's a currency. I am buying relevance. The same thing happens when I promote a story on Digg with my voting behavior. I vote and the story is promoted. It gains value by being closer to the front page. Then my social voting behavior, each vote is a form of currency, virtual currency. Whenever I give something in exchange for something else, for a good, and the thing that I give is universal, we'll say, within quotation marks, then it's a currency. All queries are the same. They are all queries. That is the coin. Somehow Google understood at the outset that the query was a coin, was a virtual currency, and they built an advertising system around it. We hear a lot about behavioral targeting, the companies that target ads to those engaging in certain behaviors on the web. There's tracking of behavior, obviously. But what we're not told about the value of these web behaviors is that in social media, when I behave, I take an action of posting something, this is in fact me giving a form of virtual currency for something in return. What I get in return for my posting behavior is that my information which I wanted to share is shared on, say, my wall on Facebook, which gives it value because it's seen by others. So I exchange sharing behavior and posting behavior for the attention of others, and I might get replies back, which is even more value given to my web behavior. So it's no wonder that companies in advertising and the like are making so much money with tracking of our behaviors, with databases of information of tracked behavior, because in essence, whatever we do on the web, we're partaking in the virtual economy. And our behaviors are themselves, whether it's social voting or querying a search engine, our behaviors are coins, tokens. On free sites like Facebook or in the search engine that Google operates and maintains, also when we query or post something, we're using the bandwidth, we're using the server, and that is costly. So it's normal that our behaviors are valuable to the company and bring them money because someone has to pay for the servers. Cisco doesn't do what it does for free. I mentioned social voting platforms such as Digg before. What I wanted to say about Digg, for instance, is that our behaviors en masse helps organize the information. So we're paying with our behaviors and our time for that organization of information, which Google says is its raison d'etre. There's a value to organization of information, to the organized information once it's organized. And things like Wikipedia are priceless, with so many people working at it all the time. And on Wikipedia, you could say that each individual edit in the wiki is a token, kind of dollar in a virtual economy. In real life, offline, I work and get paid. Online, my work is money. On the subject of the queries that I punch into Google's search engine, each query is a virtual currency that I'm using, but I test the relevance of each keyword in the engine by measuring it against what I get back from the engine. So the search engine tells me the value of the keyword that I punch into it by what it feeds back to me, which helps me understand the value of further keywords that I might query later on. So there's a price mechanism involved immediately in the search engine that Google has. Google can tell you the value of a query, of a keyword, by providing you with results that you can measure. You can also find what's trending, what's popular, and that is another way of measuring the value of tokens such as keywords.